Oh boy, guys, look what I got. Look what finally showed up. It's here, and listen, we cannot fault Daryl at Monthly Knife Club for this at all. This is not his fault, and I'm going to show you. Let's take a look at this. This was accepted by USPS on the 29th here. See that? On the 29th, right? They had it, okay? On time, on time, on time. Bam, late. Late. Disappeared on the 3rd. Just disappeared. Stopped tracking. On the 7th, he called. Monthly Knife Club called. Missing mail search request initiated. On the 7th, they started searching for this thing on the 7th. No word. Just completely unknown until the 12th. It showed up in Philadelphia. Where has it been? I don't know. USPS gave some kind of crappy explanation that, trust me, did not make any sense in light of other things that have happened and other packages. And then it showed up in my mailbox. After all this, departed, arrived. Bam, here it is. So, very late. Thanks to the quality workmanship of USPS. And I don't care if you get mad at me for bashing USPS. They are sucking these days. But here we are. Okay, so Monthly Knife Club, the Onyx. This is for September 2021. It's here. There's actually a second box that's not here, that's still out there in the world, lonely and lost and afraid, but I'm not going to waste any more time. I can't wait. I feel like this is a twofer box. I don't know, though. So let's just, what do I have right next to me? Oh, I have the Jade Kubi Raven. Pretty. Let's get into this thing and see what we've got. I was right. There's two in there. I could just tell there was like two different weight masses moving around. They're both cold steel. We've got a Crawford 1, and is this an AD-15? Oh, it's an AD-15 Lite. I don't know what that means. I know what AD-15 is, but an AD-15 Lite, I don't know, but I'm excited either way. We've got an AD-15 Lite. We've got a Crawford. Crawford has done a lot of designing for both Kershaw and CRKT. I didn't know he did anything with cold steel. Very cool. Very cool. All right. So, we're going to talk more about the Onyx Collector's Plan and why I freaking love it a little later as we go in. But let's see. What do we have here? So we've got two knives from Cold Steel. Cold Steel has been under new management for a little while, if you don't know. I need to go get my actual AD-15 to compare to the AD-15 Lite, which I'll do in a moment. Andrew Demko, great knife maker. His custom stuff is so valuable and so expensive. But the collabs he does with Cold Steel are just awesome. So this is kind of like the high dollar value item in the box, and then you've got an extra one, which is cool. So this box is $119 plus shipping a month, the Onyx plan. So what they do is they don't just give you an MSRP. They actually go through the internet and they tell you, what these things run for on on many different websites. So you can see here that you will find your AD-15 Lite for anywhere between $135 and $159, and the Crawford Model 1 for anywhere between $39.99 and $49.99. So you've got the value of the box covered, and then some with the AD-15 Lite. And then they just throw in the Crawford too, just to sweeten the deal a little bit, which is awesome, just awesome. So your total value in this month's box is $175.98 to $209.98, depending on how it goes. I think we're gonna save the AD-15 Lite, since this is the the big kabang in this box, and we're gonna look at the Crawford and take a look at it first. So let's see. Let us see. Crawford Model 1, black handle. I don't know how many handles they have. It's Zyx handle, which is like their fancy word for their glass reinforced nylon, glass filled nylon, whatever. Plastic handle. And it's got like a rubberiness to it. It has the feel of a not very expensive knife. I mean, and it's not. Clip point, satin finish, washer pivoting system. Is that really the fanciness they put in to say washer? Okay. Let's see. Now, One of the things I love is that they put the specs right on the box, so I don't have to do any typing. Very nice of them to do that. So that's a German stainless steel right there. That is nice and smooth, and that is a classic Crawford shape. Is that a clip point, or is it? Well, they say it's a clip point. I feel like it's more of a drop point. It's very, very bright satiny finish, though. And what is this just like a line from, what is, there's like a weird line on the blade. I don't know what it is. It looks like it's got a little bit of a lacquery finish on it. I'll tell you the truth, to make it bright and shiny. But let's see. So comfort-wise, it's not bad. It feels like it feels like a lower-end knife compared to that line on the. You see that line on the blade? That's just making me nuts. If I said I had some I do have some acetone right here. Let's see what happens if we just give that a little. Does that take that line off? No. What the hell is that? I don't know what that is. What are you? I'm cutting through this little cloth right there. So hey, the tip is sharp. I don't know what the hell that thing is. I honestly do not know. Are those marks from sharpening? Grinding? I don't know. Okay, but it is what it is. So this is a made in Taiwan. The good China, as I always say. The Republic of China. Not the People's Communist dictatorship state of China. It is, the action is smooth. It's nice. Is this a lock? Yeah, so here's a secondary lock, so you can't accidentally close. I've never had a liner lock do that to me, though. Have you guys, has anybody ever had a liner lock just do that to them? Just close on them like that? These secondary locks are cool, and at least this one is a lot easier because you can just disengage it and close. I hate the locks system on CRKTs with that other switch up here that you gotta. Not bad. Let's see. Oh, can't argue with that. That's finished nicely. And then this little piece of 550 cord has almost done its service to us, almost ready to be retired. Let's see. Slice. Very nice. Very nice. And the pull through. Very nice. And, I shouldn't, now that I have this nice finish here, I shouldn't do this, but not bad. Did you see it just pop right open? Good. Nice. Okay. So at least it's finished well. So for a, $40, $50 knife, you get a decent stainless steel. Not great, decent. You do get, it's this rubber inlay here does grab your fingers at just the right place and give you a little bit of a grip. Clip, barely feel it in your hand. And ergonomics are nice. Look, I got the big stupid hands, and I got plenty of knife to hold on to. So whether you're just going to make this kind of a workshop knife, or look at that too. It has a little bit of an indent there for a secondary lockup with the stop pin. Not much, but it does lock it in place there. So glove compartment knife, toolbox knife, workshop knife, whatever. It's not bad. It's not great, but this isn't what this isn't the payoff of the box anyway. It's nice to get a little extra. I'm sure that if you're building up a collection, great, you got one more piece. I'm sure that this could be part, trade bait for something, or you could just watch the glimmer like that and be like, ooh. But so we'll put that up there. Let's look at the AD-15 Lite, because I am not familiar with the AD-15 Lite as opposed to the AD-15, to tell you the truth. And has a lot more weight to it. Let's look at the specs before I forget and move on. You guys got it? Okay. Oh, hold on. Let me go get the AD-15. Here's our Lite. Here's our AD-15. So what I can see so far is that the AD-15 Lite is AUS 10A, decent steel. The original AD-15 is S35 VN, much better steel. They're both made in Taiwan. And is that the big difference? Is that it? That's all I can really tell so far. Let's see. Original. New one. Wipe this blade too. Let's see if I can do it without slicing into the cloth. I mean, it would appear that that is the real difference there, isn't it? The steel it's made from. Yeah. Okay, and that's interesting too. So the AD-15 by Cold Steel is really a much more budget-friendly version of the Demco AD-15, which runs you like hundreds and even thousands of dollars. And so now they found a way to bring the price down a little bit more by making it out of AUS-10 instead of S35VN. And it's nice to have the higher-end steel, but let's face it, maybe not everybody needs that kind of steel all the time. So you have two options here. Looking at both, I mean, identical, really. Or, oh, is this G10? No. There we go. So this is also a Grive X. So this is also a plastic polymer as opposed to the G10. Okay, so that's the other difference. Got it. I was wondering why it just looked so much more, I don't know what the word is, but the patterning looked just more pronounced and perfect, and that's why, because it's injection molded as opposed to milled out on the G10 side. So yeah, that makes a little bit more sense now that there's, you know, two things. But other than that, I mean, it seems to be, is it the same? No. Well, this one's also brand new. It still seems nice and smooth. We just need to break it in a little bit. But yeah, very cool. So I love the AD-15, but it is kind of, it's not something I carry all the time because it is a big, chunky knife. Weight, you know, the truth is I do feel a little bit of difference, a little bit. But I understand that this is kind of a slightly lower end version. So you know what I'm thinking about this? My mind goes straight to, awesome. Now I have one that I don't mind messing with to do some custom work on. Sweet! But this is still aluminum, machined aluminum, just like this is machined aluminum. That looks cool. Whereas this is a hard anodized. I don't know if this is, you know, also hard anodized or coated. It could be either one, but I'm not concerned either way. But this is really cool. This is awesome. I love the Onyx box because, number one, you get good quality stuff in every box. And I say this all the time. Before I say that, you know what I just realized I didn't do? I mean, look, even their higher end stuff can be, yes, nice. Oh, beautiful. I love you, AD-15. Badinka-dunk. Baduk-dink. Where did I put the 550 cord? There it is. And we go with the slice, and it is like cutting nothing. Look how perfectly clean that is. And we go for the pull through, and again, no effort whatsoever, and just, I mean, without sound, if you don't make the sound effect, it doesn't count. So I have to make the sound effect. I have to do it. The reason that I love the Onyx box so much is because I think it is one of the best ways to build up a good collection with that whole mystery box surprise factor. They never, to this, since I've been involved in it, they have never stuck a piece of crap in the box. Never. Now, that's not to say I have loved every box. There have been two that I was like, I am not into the knife. I don't enjoy this month, but I had to concede that the value, whether it's value in the knife, I mean, the value of the box was always there. There were two knives that I was like, well, you know what? I don't like it, but I can either sell it or I can trade it for something I like better. The value was always there. And that's what is really cool about the Onyx box. Every month you get your money's worth no matter what. And that's why when somebody says, listen, I want to start building up a real collection, I ask them, I said, look, are you interested in quality or quantity? Because if you want just quantity and you don't care what you get, there are options out there. But if you're looking for good quality and that's what matters to you as a collector, this is a great box to sign up for. And like you know, this one shows you, sometimes you get one really awesome thing. Sometimes you get two things in a box. And I love the 2 for months. We've gotten, there's one we got a really cool bucket beer cleaver, and then I forgot what the other knife was, but it was awesome. It was just awesome. That was one of my favorite months, but you never know. It could be like 1, 2. I think once they did 3. I don't know, but you know, they do a great job sourcing stuff. And there was one guy, I always highlight this too. There was one guy who claimed once that he got a fake Cold Steel something from them. And I brought it up to Daryl, who is, I communicate with him often. He's a cool dude, and he's he runs the whole thing. And he actually showed me that the guy who was complaining was not even on the customer list. He had never actually paid for a box. They don't deal with fakes and counterfeits. So anyway, side note, it was just really funny. Because people will ask too, you know, well, will they, you know, are they real distributors of stuff and blah blah? Yes, they are real distributors of stuff. So anyway, I always back this, and I always put the link in the video description. It is not an affiliate link or anything like that. I just recommend this box because it's something I would spend my own money on, you know. So and on the months where I'm not impressed, you know, you can see those videos where I say, listen, I am not impressed with this knife. It's a cool knife. It's a knife that's worth something, but it's not for me, so it's not staying in my collection. And I actually gave one of those away because, but they tried hard, and it was, you know, a lot of people did like that knife. It was that Mantis gearhead thing. I just was never into that thing. Anyway, what do you guys think of? Wow, the edge on this is really the edge on the Crawford is actually really nice. Especially for a production, I just noticed that. Wow, that is really nice. Like, it's almost a mirror edge. If this stupid line wasn't here, I don't know what they did with that. Anyway, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of this month's box? I'm number one thrilled it got here because he, you know, Daryl did tell me that he was going to replace it for anybody who didn't get their box by the end of the month. I don't know what USPS is doing, but besides sucking on the job, but I'm just thrilled it got here. Now, if other one would get here, that would be fantastic. So we got this. But what do you guys think? What do you think? Because I didn't know this was an option. I don't know everything. In fact, I often don't know shit. But what do you think of the Cold Steel Lite? The AD-15 Lite versus the AD-15. I think there's going to be some purists out there. They're going to be like, look, go big, go home, get the good one or nothing. I think there's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to be like, look, the design is cool and the locking system is what makes this a beast of a knife. Go ahead, save some bucks and get the Lite. I'm really curious what you guys are going to think of one compared to the other. Yeah, let's discuss. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining me for the unboxing. I really appreciate it. Big shout out to the Patreon team, which makes so much. Patreon team, so good. Makes so much happen on this channel. Could not do it all without them at all. Thank you. And the biggest shout out to all you guys watching at home. So thank you. You are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you. And I'll be back again real soon.